Hi there. In this tutorial, I'm going to show you how to make uh, a, a simple calculator in C++, Visual C++ 2010 Express, or Ultimate. If you have that, Ultimate is better. Now we're going to include IOStream. We don't need string.h. Using namespace standard. Now you build this the exact same way. You select Win32 console project and start with an empty CPP named main or whatever you want to call it. Okay, the first thing we got to do is using namespace standard. Now that's going to be happening. That's something you're going to want to do in all your programs. Define what namespace you're using, and most of the time it's going to be std. So here we've defined the two numbers to operate on each other, the one number times the other number. So I put them as double, so I can do decimal points, and number 1 and number 2. And I defined double as an answer as a double, because it's got to be the same type as number 1 and number 2. A character, string 1, I've defined string 1. Void, main void again. I have a line that introduces you to the calculator program, and it says C++ calculator program by DeepGlue 555. Now, an end line statement here makes it go to a new line. The next end line statement starts here, and enter the first number, and then it gets that's a cout statement, and then a cin statement gets the first number and puts it into this variable number 1 here, which is a double. Then it asks for enter the second number, and it puts a space, 2 spaces before, because we want it to be like another paragraph, and then a space after, and then we enter cin, and cin gets number, this is supposed to be number 2 right here. So I'll change that. Now cout, end line, a new line, enter the operation as times, divide, add, or subtract. That's what it's going to prompt you. So that's got to be a cout statement, and then cin gets string 1, and that's a character. I define that as character here. So now I'm at the point where I'm writing the switch statement for string 1. So if string 1 returns the times, then we put the code here for what to do with number 1 and number 2 to get answer, which is a double. So I put answer equals number 1 times number 2, and that with a semicolon. And then in the case it's divide, we have to do the same thing as, we can actually just go shift end from the start of that line, control insert, and that'll copy it, and then we paste it here, and we just change the times symbol to a divide symbol. Now it's going to do the divide situation. Now that this is the subtract situation, we paste exactly what we pasted before. Now we change this to a minus, and now we go to the add situation, the case statement, and go to shift insert, and change the times to an add. And now when we're out of that, we should have our answer. So now we use cout, insertion operator, endl for a new line, insertion operator again. Now the answer is colon, quotes, Now let's put a space in there, and then a new insertion operator, which is 2 less symbols, and then put ANSWER, and then put another insertion operator, ENDL. Now you can see where this is going. This is going to print out the answer, and then the system pause here is going to end the program. It's going to pause the program so you can see your answer before it closes. Now let's save this file, save as main.cpp. Okay, now debug, start without debugging. Now if you can't see start without debugging, go to tools and then settings, and then select expert settings, and then start without debugging will show up here, and it almost always says this, so just click yes, and here we are. Now it takes a while to compile. Now here we go. Calculator program by Deep Blue 555. Enter the first number. Let's enter 45. Hit enter. Enter the second number, 56. Hit enter. Now let's enter shift 8, which is times, which is the star. Hit enter. The answer is 2,520. Press any key to continue. Press any key to continue. So it works. We have a calculator. Now, something you might want to do is have it loop. And I'm just going to add to this statement, or anything else to exit. Now to make this loop, we go to the last statement, the last significant statement of the program, and we can put a go to, or we can put the end of a do while loop. Now how would this work? Now we could put a while loop here, while but you know what? I think I'm preferring a go-to statement in this situation. So I'm going to put this as a statement called restart and a colon. And that's where it's going to go to when it restarts. So I'm going to put here go to restart semicolon. And that should make it go back there. Now in the situation where it's something else, we want it to close. Now hold on a second. Now I think the program statement to make it end is it might be a system statement. Now hold on, I'm gonna have to surf the internet for a second. You know what? I'm gonna put this go to restart in an if statement. That's what I'm gonna do. So I'm gonna put cout insertion operator, ENDL for a new line, insertion operator. Would you like to continue? Question mark. and then put y/n, and then put here okay, y/n. Now let's put insertion operator ENDL, which is new line, and then put a semicolon. Now cn greater than string 1. And then here put if string 1 equal double equal sign there is to compare in an if statement, to compare if something is equal, and then in quotations equals y, and if that's equals continue, then it should do this. Go to restart. Now let's debug. Let's go to start without debugging. Okay, let's go cancel. Let's go file, save. Debug. Start without debugging. Yes. Now I made a mistake here. The syntax for if statements is supposed to go in brackets. Anything between string 1 equals character, and then an open brace, and then a closed brace, and then that should be enough. I think I got the syntax now. Let's try and start without debugging again. And here we go. Enter the first number. Okay, let's enter 50. Hit enter. The second number 25. Enter. Now operation is going to be subtract. The answer is 25. Would you like to continue? Hit yes. Enter. Enter the first number. Now 40. Enter the second number, 20. Enter. Now let's try divide. Would you like to continue? Hit no. Press any key to continue. Press any key to continue. And so it works. It definitely works.